If you live in southern Europe, you're likely to be paying 5 times more for your electricity than someone living in Scandinavia, and double what someone living in Central and Western Europe is paying. Take Greece, for example. It's been spending billions on energy subsidies to protect customers, 5% of its GDP in 2022 to be exact, the highest in the EU.
Today, electricity costs essentially represent a second rent. Even though rents for restaurants can be very high, which is well known to everyone, in many cases the electricity bill from the provider exceeds the rent itself.
But despite the help, people are still struggling. They're struggling in Romania and Bulgaria too, and in the Balkans. So why is there so much disparity? It's partly down to poor connectivity. The northeast has many more power and gas lines, which make energy transfer easy. They also have more renewables, while the south is isolated, meaning at times of high demand, like heat waves last summer, the grid can become overloaded. Then there's a lack of energy storage, non-existent in parts of the southeast. And of course, the war in Ukraine, which put an end to Russian gas flowing to EU states.
The markets had already factored in the end of the transit agreement, and we have not seen price spikes in the new year. I would also want to add that, yes, with the caveat that we are not a market actor, the Commission as such, we're not selling, we're not buying, but the market fundamentals remain stable.
Brussels says the impact has been minimal, but there has been a knock-on effect. Countries are being pushed to find more expensive alternatives. There is more competition. Plus, they're buying record amounts of liquefied natural gas from Russia instead, meaning they are still exposed to changes in market price. Overall, there just isn't enough gas coming in, which is pushing prices up and causing them to stay there. With experts warning the gap between certain countries will only widen as winter hits.
Our monthly bill is around $160 despite minimal usage, as we're almost always out of the house. We only use the basic appliances, and only from 8 or 9 p.m. onwards.
And at least for this winter, some will continue to bear the brunt of higher costs more than others. Victoria Innes, TRT World.